Happy birthday, America. We welcome you on this Independence Day 2026 to Daikin Park in Houston, Texas, where the Astros will take on the Rays in the middle game of a 3-game series. Hi, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for spending part of your 4th of July with us. Todd Callis alongside Jeff Blum. And Blummer, not only do we have baseball, we have fireworks after the game, we have a great pitching matchup as well.
We do have a great pitching matchup. It's a great way to spend the 4th of July. Hopefully you're out there barbecuing. But if you like good pitching, Rasmussen against Brown tonight is going to be very good.
Now, Rasmussen has been the pitcher of the month for the month of June in the American League. And tonight, and our HEB player, no player does more than HEB, and that is Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan has done a very good job. He is the beast in the middle part of that lineup, and he has been defending the homeland right here at Daikin Park, putting up some amazing numbers. Every time the Astros need a big hit, or we expect a big hit, Yordan has a tendency to dig in there and provide that big hit. We've already seen a grand slam in this homestand. He has provided a lot of thunder, but here at Daikin Park, this is the home that Yordan is building. 360 is the batting average. The slugging almost at 700%. And you can, or 700, and you can also see 14 home runs, 31 RBIs, and when he's on base, which is quite a bit via the walk or the base hit, he's being driven in too. 36 runs here at Daikin this year.
Tampa Bay comes in with a 9-game winning streak and the best record in the American League. What does their offense do well?
Their offense does a very good job. Early on in the season, they were playing a little bit of small ball, but here in the last couple of months, they've got the big three at the top of their lineup, starting with Yandy Diaz, heading into Junior Caminero, and Aranda that have been driving in runs. But I think the thunder in that lineup is starting to show up, and these three guys are providing a lot of that thunder. 9-game winning streak, home runs, RBIs. These guys are getting it done. If you can handle those three, you can handle the game against the Rays.
Tampa Bay and Houston tonight. Drew Rasmussen against Hunter Brown. Blummer mentioned how good a matchup it is with more on tonight's pitching matchup. The Diesel right in between the Lamborghini in this series for the Astros. He'll be opposed by the pitcher of the month in the American League, Drew Rasmussen. More with Julia next.
Only on Space City Home Network.
Back at Daikin Park on a holiday. What a wonderful day it is to be at Daikin Park. Watching some Astros baseball. It's game 2 of this series, and in game 1 we saw a pitching duel out of the gate. Unfortunately, the Astros falling short in this one, but it could be part 2 today with 2 excellent arms on the mound. It will be fun for fans to tune in. The reigning AL pitcher of the month going for the Rays, and he's going up against the Astros ace in Hunter Brown. Let's get to our All In All the Time presented by Daily Black. We'll start with the Astros right-hander Hunter Brown, who's been one of the best arms, not this year, not even last year. We're going back 2 years now where he has been at the top of Major League Baseball. In terms of ERA, he's right there, top 3. He has been doing a great job. Missed 2 months of this season, though. We know the story. He is still looking for some of that execution on some of his pitches, not feeling super sharp yet. He will need to do so. They're also looking for him to be a little sharper against left-handed hitters, too. So watch for that, as that is one of his focuses coming in today against the Rays. And then on the other side, you have this guy who has just been spinning off 5 straight quality starts for him. He is on a roll. So is all of the starting pitching for the Rays, but this guy is a huge part of it as well. The Astros not being able to score enough runs yesterday will have a tough task, but they are going to try to do so today to get back into this series. The good news for the Astros is they've got some sluggers in their lineup as well as the Rays, and it's all coming up for you. We have a great matchup coming up on SCHN, Star Spangled Sluggers. More on those guys when we come back.
Savor it for a limited time at What a Burger. Come one, come y'all.
Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by USAA, who proudly salutes our military who made America's 250th possible. By Daily and Black. Has your home or business been denied, delayed, or underpaid by your insurance company? Call Daily and Black for your free consultation. And by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. Back inside Daikin Park, Astros and Rays, middle game of a 3-game series, 4th of July, 2026. Astros carry an 8-game winning streak on this date into tonight's game against Tampa Bay.
And this is how Tampa Bay is going to line it up. You're going to see Jonathan Aranda at the top of the lineup. Junior Caminero is sitting second. This is his final day of being 22, and he has homered in 10. He has 10 home runs in his last 10 games. Tomorrow he will turn 23. They're relying on him heavily in this lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros in the middle game of this series. A series that started with a 3-1 Tampa Bay win. Brown, as you can see on the year, with only one decision. His last three coming off the IL have all been no decisions, allowing 1 earned run, and 2 earned runs in those 3 outings. He is making his 5th career start against Tampa Bay. Also 2 out of the bullpen against the Rays, and has a 2.25 ERA lifetime against Tampa Bay. Astros coming in, trailing by 3 games, 2.5 games now in the American League West with the action of earlier today. Texas losing and Seattle winning. So the Mariners now in first place in the AL West. Tampa Bay coming in with an American League best record of 52-33. The Rays have won 9 in a row. If they win a 10 straight, it'll be one of 4 10-game or better winning streaks in franchise history. And we are ready to go on a Saturday night, 4th of July. Fireworks to follow, a big show presented by Macy's. There was a street fest outside today presented by Macy's as well. A lot happening here. Barbecue, baseball, and fireworks. Who needs anything more on the 4th? And we're underway with a heater right down the middle as called by Alex Tosi for strike 1. Last 2 starts for Hunter Brown came on that last road trip. A very good road trip for the Astros, going 5-2. Next pitch missing up. It's 1-1. As you can see, all the Astros and Rays players going with the red, white, and blue star-spangled jerseys for this weekend. Changeup misses up and away, 2-1. Blummer will be interesting to see what the curveball looks like tonight for Hunter Brown, because that was missing from his arsenal in that last game.
Yeah, it's been his least favorite pitch, just not cooperating the way it normally does. But if he can sneak that in there today, it would definitely benefit him, of course. 2-seam fastball, 4-seam fastball are always going to be there for him. But a couple of changeups to the first left-handed hitter he sees might be interesting too.
Jonathan Aranda with a 2-2 count. Aranda takes more pitches than most of the Tampa Bay Rays. He leads the team in walks, leads the team in strikeouts as well. This is a team that does not strike out much.
There's the first attempt. It ended up high with that knuckle curve from Hunter Brown. Jerseys look good, TK.
They're sharp, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I like the numbers with the American flag on it.
Oh, those are some of my favorite specialty jerseys we've seen.
Yeah.
Now full count. And Aranda down on strikes as he goes after the changeup for a swinging strikeout for Hunter Brown to start this one.
Yeah, it was kind of on that away edge. Forced a tough swing decision for Jonathan Aranda, just on the edge of our UTMD Anderson strike zone. Elevated a little bit. Kind of a tough position to be able to make that swing decision.
So now Junior Caminero hit a home run last night. That put Tampa Bay in front 2-1 in the 7th inning.
The player to watch is presented by Jack in the Box. Junior Caminero, talked about the 22-year-old. Most home runs in an 8-game span, 9, 2026, tying himself and Logan Morrison and the ex-Astro Carlos Pena.
He has been moving up the home run charts lately with 10 in his last 10 games. Last major leaguer to do that was Joey Votto back in July of 2021. He's got 21 RBIs in those 10 games, including that solo home run last night. Big swing, no contact at the slider. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he gets ready to hack. There's nothing small about the swing of Junior Caminero. See that big leg kick, and he just tries to lay into that. We were down on the field talking to the manager, Kevin Cash, and I don't know if you noticed, but I kept looking at where the balls were going that he was hitting in this ballpark. It was insane in batting practice.
Yeah, he was crushing baseballs off the community leaderboards and over them. His bat speed's the fastest in all of baseball by a good margin. Got an 80-mile-an-hour bat speed. Oof. Now it's 2-2. And he takes that pitch off the plate, so Hunter has gone full on the first two batters today. One of the big three missing from the lineup today. Yandy Diaz not in there. He's just 1 for 13 in his career against Hunter with 4 strikeouts. This ball crushed to left field. That's 11 home runs in 11 games for Junior Caminero. This guy is unbelievable. 1-0 Tampa Bay.
That is a tank. That was a slider from Hunter Brown that just didn't get to the spot that he wanted to, and Caminero, as well as he is going, lit it up. You'll see it right here on our Matches from Supermo. Slider in at 90, and it left at 107.5. 437-foot shot.
This guy is now just 1 home run behind Yordan Alvarez for the American League lead. 11 in 11 games. Now Cedric Mullins fouls one off at the plate. That's hit the other way for a base hit. Mullins gets on base with a single to left. Astros starting defense is presented by Xfinity. Yainer Diaz, the catcher today for Hunter Brown behind the plate. Isaac Paredes and Nick Allen are the left side of the infield. Jose Altuve and Christian Walker the right side. New name, the return of Lamont Wade Jr. off the IL. He's in left. Taylor Trammell in center, Cam Smith in right. Astros with a couple of roster moves today, bringing Zach DeZenzo back from AAA Sugarland and also activating Lamont Wade Jr. And in the process, their opening day left fielder Joey Loperfido and their opening day center fielder, and a guy who's been around the last few years, Jake Myers, both optioned to AAA Sugarland.
There's some interesting and tough moves being made by the Astros.
Ground ball towards short, could be 2. Allen to Altuve for 1. The turn, double play. Ryan Valade hits it to an inning-ending double play. But Tampa Bay on the board first with Junior Caminero's 11th home run in his last 11 games.
Seeing this ad, then it must mean 2 things. It's my 75th anniversary, and you're getting 2 tacos for 75 cents. Happy 75th anniversary to me. Happy Taco Tuesday to you. Get 2 tacos for 75 cents in-app only.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Chevy drivers across America will do a lot in the next 5 years. But one thing they won't do is pay interest on their new Chevy. Just announced. Get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500, Equinox, and Trax models with no payments until after Labor Day. Because you've earned this summer. Now it's time to go get it.
Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
At JP Morgan Chase, we invest in sports because it opens doors for the bigger play. Investing in communities. Helping build up neighborhoods around stadiums to create jobs. Coaching small business owners. Helping athletes create their financial playbook for the long game. Because energizing local economies and communities across our country, that's the bigger play. Make what matters happen.
Jack, tell me one core value you live by.
Good things come to those who order my much better deals for $4.99. Choose between a Junior Jumbo Jack meal or Junior Chicken Sandwich meal. Some say be the change. I say keep the change.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
The Astros starting lineup is presented by Whataburger. Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Isaac Paredes, Christian Walker, and there he is, Lamont Wade back into the lineup just behind Christian Walker. Cam Smith, Yiner Diaz, Taylor Trammell, and Nick Allen will be hitting ninth. Jordan, the beast, in the middle of that order.
Last night, it was Spencer Arrighetti on the mound, pitcher of the month in the American League in May, and he is followed up by Tampa Bay's version of the pitcher of the month, Drew Rasmussen, winning in the following month of June. Altuve greets him with a line drive to center field. Mullins trying to run it down. It's off his glove and off the wall. Altuve's got a chance at 3. Mullins tracks it down, but Jose's in there standing with a triple. Actually, he has to slide, but didn't need to.
That's a heck of a way to start it, trying to answer back after that top of the first inning. Jose Altuve not wasting any time on that 94-mile-an-hour sinker. Cedric Mullins gave it a great effort, but after it tipped off the glove, that's when Altuve realized he was going to be able to get into third base. That was a terrible throw coming in. I was wondering if Paris Chica might take a peek at going home. What a nice casual slide to get things going.
So now, unfortunately for Richie Palacios and Ryan Valade on the right side of the infield, the infield comes in on Jordan Alvarez. You're not coming in, are you? Ooh, big swing, no contact, 0-1. Yeah, infield in, especially for the pull side, is no fun with the big man at the plate. Just ask Dave Clark, who likes to stand about 10 to 15 feet behind the first base batter's box, or first base coach's box, rather. That pitch is up for a ball, 1-1. Jordan gave the Astros their only run last night with his 27th home run of the year. Starts the night out leading Major League Baseball in on-base percentage, slugging, and OPS. Now tips that changeup and is down in the count 1-2. Jose with his first triple of the season at third base with nobody out. Rasmussen tried to get Alvarez to expand. It's 2-2. Altuve had 1 triple last year, none in 2024. So his second triple in his last 3 years and 33 in his career now. Jordan hits it high, hits it deep, all the way back in left field and gone. The big man cleared for takeoff. Air Jordan increases his home run lead in the American League, number 28 on the season. 2-1 Astros.
You know, it wasn't too long ago in the open we were talking about how well he swings the bat here at Daikin Park. In the first at bat, he proves our point, hitting a bomb the other way at 403 feet for a 2-run shot. An explosive first inning here at Daikin.
Coming into this series, the big storyline was Junior Caminero versus Jordan Alvarez, and it has played out so far in the first 2 games. Both guys with a home run in each of the first 2 games. Apologies to Nick Fortes, who did some damage last night for the Rays, but it's basically been those 2 guys' shows all year for their individual teams, and they are not disappointing in this series. Now Isaac Paredes. This is a guy, Drew Rasmussen, winning pitcher of the month last month, and he gives up 2 runs in the first 2 batters of July.
Back to that swing from Jordan. He got a 2-seamer elevated up out over the plate. I really feel like when Jordan is driving that ball towards that gas pump in left center field, that's when he's starting to get dialed in. He's got plenty of power to leave anywhere, any ballpark, any time. But that's just a pure swing when he's able to drive it out to that opposite field gap.
Rasmussen has had 5 consecutive starts of 6 innings or more, 2 runs or fewer. And he's already given up 2 runs tonight here in the first. Here's Christian Walker with an 0-1 count. Christian takes a pitch on the corner. And it's down on the count 0-2.
It's a 10th home run given up this season against Rasmussen, the 8th to a left-handed hitter. He has controlled right-handed hitters all season long.
Down and away. Counts 1-2 to Walker. That ball's hit well to left field. Back on it, Mesa Jr. That's high off the left field wall. Bounce right back to Mesa Jr., who makes a good play to keep Walker to his single. That ball was a rocket off Christian's bat.
Some hard hit baseballs in this inning against Rasmussen early. This is a sweeper that didn't really get to that outside corner. Great swing on our matches from Supermo. Really having to extend those arms and hit that ball hard. There have been a couple of baseballs over 107 miles an hour against Rasmussen early for the Astros.
Including that last one, I'm guessing?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Caminero hit his at 107. Jordan's home run was a mild 104.7.
And how about Seawalk?
Seawalk hit the hardest ball of the night so far at 107.9.
Wow.
Trying to hit it through the manual scoreboard.
Now, Lamont Wade Jr. in his return to the Astros. He was activated off the IL today. Missed 22 games with a right hamstring strain. Lamont playing his 5th game in an Astros uniform. Astros signed him June the 4th, and they liked what they saw in the few at-bats that they saw him. 4 for 12 with a home run, and we're happy to get him back today and starting him and batting him in the 5 spot. Goes after that pitch, and he is a strikeout victim. Number 1 for Rasmussen. 2 outs in the inning.
The shutter spotlight is going to fall on, of course, Jordan Alvarez. Check out the Triple Crown competition he has. Jordan hitting 321. Yandy Diaz at 325 with the night off tonight. Caminero hit his 26 earlier in this game, and Nick Kurtz of the A's has 66 RBIs, just 3 behind him.
Now Cam Smith, the batter. Cam ended up with one of the Astros' 3 hits last night. Astros only had 3 hits, the home run by Alvarez and singles by Isaac Paredes and Cam Smith. Hey, do you think Jordan realizes that it's a Jordan versus Junior world right now?
He saw him at third base and they smiled. He was like, I got you.
2 of the elite power hitters right now who are both on heaters. There's a strike to Cam Smith. Jordan's now 8 for 16 on the homestand with 3 home runs. And that guy has 11 home runs in 11 games. The ball hits sharply. Caminero makes the play, and that'll do it for the Astros in the first. But a great first.
Runner on third base, Jordan at the plate. We expect big things. We always get big things from the big man. Jordan going to the opposite field to make it 2-1 Houston.
It's time to take a look at tonight's Chevy Stroh poll. It is going to be about Jordan Alvarez and who will be Jordan's toughest Triple Crown competitor. Would he go with A, Junior Caminero, trying to stop him from winning at home runs, B, Nick Kurtz trying to stop him in winning the RBI title, or C, Yandy Diaz trying to prevent him from winning the batting average title? Go to @SpaceCityHN, use the hashtag Stroh poll. 2 Rays and an A are your choices tonight for the Stroh poll. We will give you the results later on. Here's Victor Mesa Jr. leading off. Mesa Jr. made his Tampa Bay debut on May 25th this year. Played with Miami last year and was traded to the Rays right before spring training of this season. That one fouled back. It's 1-1. Mentioned the Tampa Bay coming in with a 9 8-game winning streak. Their longest streak ever is 13 games at the beginning of the 23 season. They would eventually go on to win 14 straight home games before the Astros came to town at Tropicana Field, and they shut out Tampa Bay in back-to-back games. Hunter Brown started one of those games, and the Astros won 1-0 to wrap up that series. The previous game, the Astros won 5-0, beating Drew Rasmussen and the Rays, and snapping their 14-game home winning streak back in 2023. But now the Astros trying to snap a 9-game overall streak for the Rays, as Joe Espada looks on with his team currently 4 games under 500 starting play tonight. Three and 1 the count to Mesa Jr. And that'll be off the plate, ball 4. First walk allowed by Brown, leadoff base runner here in the second. Hunter has walked at least 2 in every start so far this year, today being start number 6. Now Johnny DeLuca, the batter. DeLuca takes a pitch up for ball 1. Called a strike. It's 1-1. Astros playing game 5 of what is a 6-game homestand. 1-3 so far after that successful 5-2 road trip. Astros still have 2 more series to go after tomorrow. We'll wrap things up against Tampa Bay, then head to Washington to play the Nationals, and then the Texas Rangers in Arlington to wrap up their pre-All-Star break portion of the schedule. Towards the middle, caught by Altuve on the little floating line drive, and that'll be out number 1. 10,000 fans will receive a Hunter Brown Diesel bobblehead tomorrow, presented by Texas Bay Credit Union. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotion. Second bobblehead of the year. It's a good one.
Comes with its own gas can.
That's great.
It's all in the details.
Runner goes, pitches up, the throw bounces in there. Knocked down by Allen to prevent the runner from advancing any further. Victor Mesa Jr. has a stolen base.
Tonight's aerial coverage of the Wire Cam is brought to you by our partners at Defy. A little bit better throw, I think they get. The base runner, Mesa Jr. Tough pick for Nick Allen at short.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think if Yiner's throw carries all the way on the fly, he's out. Instead, it's stolen base number 2 and 4 attempts. And now Palacios the batter. Tampa Bay 3rd in the American League, 8th in the major leagues in stolen bases. They have an interesting team in that they lead the American League and are top 3 in the major leagues in batting average. But they are dead last in extra base hits in the major league. So they get a lot of hits. They just don't get a lot of hits other than Junior Caminero with power. This ball has some power, though. Palacios, who has 1 home run on the year, just delivers a 2-run blast over the wall in right field. Richie Palacios didn't play in the game yesterday, but he makes the most of his first at bat against Hunter Brown, who just shakes his head on that home run. It's now 3-2 Tampa Bay.
Pretty good swing by Palacios, but he also maybe got one into his bat speed, a changeup right down the middle. This ball just not getting to where he wanted it to, and Palacios put everything he had into that swing. Now he's got Hunter Brown in his book.
That is Palacios' 14th major league home run. Started his career with the Guardians, then on to St. Louis in the last 3 years with Tampa Bay. Only his second Tampa Bay home run. This ball grounded slowly right side. Walker will need help from Hunter covering, and just in time to get Taylor Walls heading down the line in a hurry. That is out number 2 in the inning.
Good team defense right there. Slowly hit. Good job by Hunter recognizing it, getting over there, fundamentally sound, and just quick little adjustment at the end there to get that foot securely on the bag to get the call.
So the 3 earned runs allowed by Hunter Brown, a new season high. And this one popped up on the infield. Isaac Paredes looking up into the roof, puts it away for the final out of the inning. Rays retake the lead 3-2 after an inning and a half.
Welcome back. We have your dugout report. It's presented by Jack in the Box. The Houston Astros' Joe Espada called a team meeting before today's game. Don't worry, it was a good one. He announced that Yordan Alvarez would be the starting DH for the American League team in this year's All-Star game. Yordan chatted with a few of us just before the game started, saying that it's every player's dream to be an all-star. He came into 2026 saying, I'm hungry, I want to be on the field, I want to stay healthy, I want to play. And then he said not much changed after that as far as on the field. I just wanted to be the same aggressive hitter. He is looking forward to taking his kids back, doing it all again now that they're a little bit older too. He said his son is starting to understand a little bit more. And speaking of, we saw Jordan earlier on the field with Yordan today hitting some tanks, guys. I know you aren't surprised by that, but he's got a great swing.
Really? I have not seen him take BP.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, it was impressive today.
Righty or lefty?
I'm trying to remember now.
Okay.
I just know the ball was
put you on the spot.
it was going a long way.
It was just tanks.
I was just in awe. Couldn't get my camera out fast enough.
Well, congrats to Yordan. That's awesome news.
It is expected and awesome. It's good that he gets to put that on display for the nation to see.
Yordan will be the starting designated hitter, as just announced on the All-Star Selection Show. The fans voted him in phase 1 as the second leading vote getter in any position, and then they voted him as the DH over George Springer in phase 2. So Yordan, who would be a lead candidate right now to be the MVP in the American League, will start the All-Star game in Philadelphia in about 10 days. Yainer Diaz, staying alive with a foul at the plate, is down in the count here, 0-2. A little chopper towards short. Taylor Walls comes in to make the play for out number 1.
Astros second half single game tickets are on sale now. Get your tickets to marquee matchups against the Rangers, Blue Jays, Braves, and more. Secure your tickets now at astros.com/SGT.
Here's Taylor Trammell. Trammell back out there in center field tonight. Swings and misses the first pitch, 0-1. So with Jake Myers being sent to AAA Sugarland, being optioned out before the game, that should mean more opportunities for Trammell in center, and also maybe Bryce Matthews in center. The Astros have had 6 different players start in center field this year. The only 2 on the current active roster are Bryce and Taylor. This ball hit into the upper deck, but foul, and it's 0-2. So in this matchup between 2 absolute studs on the mound, so far we haven't had a shutout inning.
Nope.
All right, go figure.
And a lot of homers.
A lot of homers, 3 already on the 4th of July, early fireworks. Now with a 1-2 count, Hunter Fiducia wants to talk things over with Drew Rasmussen here. Rasmussen did give up 5 runs in that game that snapped the streak of 14 straight home wins for Tampa Bay back in 2023 at the beginning of the season. Gave up all 5 in that 5-0 loss to the Astros. And until he had a game earlier this year against the Angels where he gave up 5, that was the last time he had given up 5 in a game. His numbers against Houston are good, not great, compared to the rest of his numbers. Just a 4.01 career ERA. 2-2 pitch is served into center. Mullins moves into left center to make the catch on the move. That'll be the second out. Well, 2 outs, base is empty. Nick Allen back in the lineup, batting in the 9 spot. Allen pops one foul. Valade giving it a look near the Astros dugout and has just enough room to make the catch to end the inning. Rasmussen bounces back with a 1-2-3 second.
It's Rule Summer with a special ticket offer
at the happiest place on earth.
3-2 Tampa Bay leads the Astros here as we head to the 3rd inning. We have the assistant general manager with the Astros joining us on the broadcast, Charles Cook. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Busy time as you guys get ready for draft 1 week from tonight. I've got to think with the amount of draft capital you have this year, this is probably as excited as you guys have been in a while.
For sure. No, we're excited. It's the most draft capital we've had in the last decade, and we've got 2 first-round picks this year, so really look forward to next weekend.
So how does it work out when you guys are doing that? Are you looking at the big league roster, or are you looking at the best player? How do you guys figure out what direction you're going to go?
For sure. It's a good question. I think in general for us, we're motivated to take the best player on the board. I think the way that this draft class works out is that there's a bunch of really good players in different demographics, whether it's pitchers, position players, high school and college. So open to taking the best player available that gets to us at 17.
You have 17, and because the guy on the mound finished top 3 in the Cy Young voting last year, you get a performance incentive pick out of Hunter Brown. So you have 17 and 28. That is kind of a nice addition that they put in there where a guy like Hunter can help you out with a nice draft pick. Definitely.
No, we're super grateful for his contributions last year. Obviously had a great season, and Dana did make sure to thank him for that at some point. Hunter appreciated that, I know.
First pitch called a strike. Junior Caminero is going to challenge ABS powered by T-Mobile on the first challenge of the night, and Junior is going to lose that challenge.
Pitches the ball. Tampa Bay has 2 challenges remaining.
One of the he actually won that. That's just off the plate. It was originally a strike. He got it overturned, so he continues to be pretty good lately in everything he does.
I was going to say everything he's doing is right. How interesting is it to know that when you're drafting some of these guys, you could have somebody like a Junior Caminero who's just 22 years old doing damage at this level so early in their career. Those are diamonds in the rough, or those guys that you can predict and draft and get here as quick as possible.
For sure. I mean, it's exceedingly difficult to predict how these guys are going to change, but I feel like we've landed on a really good process. Trust our group. There's a lot of different folks that are involved. It's not just our scouting group. We've got contributions from R&D, from player development, understanding what we've had success with over the years, and feel really confident with the process that we have now and look forward to seeing how things shake out next weekend.
3-0 the count to Caminero. Jonathan Aranda with a leadoff base hit on first base, and there's a strike. It's 3-1. In the booth next door, their analyst Doug Wechter has a son in high school at Tampa Jesuit, Caden, who is probably going to get drafted this year. But he also has a nice little situation going at Florida State if he does not sign as a professional after the draft. I've got to think that that is kind of a new thing that you guys are dealing with is NIL money, and now kids have the ability to go from high school and continue to grow at the college level while still making money.
For sure. It's definitely changed the landscape with high school guys, like you mentioned. Wechter's a guy that we scouted heavily this year. Super talented player, pitcher. But at the same time, college guys, too, it impacts things with the packages that they're offered. Historically, juniors would typically get drafted and sign, and now it's a bit more of a decision that those players have to make with respect to what they want to do next, if they want to go back for their senior year or jump into the professional game.
So the signability as your scouts come back is bigger than ever then, right?
For sure. For sure. Drilling down on that. And really, it can be fluid up until draft day. I mean, we have conversations leading up to get a sense for what the appetite is on the player's part, but things can change, and we stay on top of it all the way until we get into the draft itself.
And it feels like in recent years that y'all have been a little more aggressive on the college side.
Called strike. Batter's challenging.
We have another challenge in this inning, brought to you by T-Mobile. This ABS is interrupting the conversation. It's driving me crazy.
Here we go. Oh, that's big off the.
Wow, that's a rather large miss. Okay.
So the Rays continue to challenge and continue to keep their challenges.
But the idea is, or what I was saying is, it seems like recent history has been a lot of college athletes. You can kind of speed up the process, have a Bryce Matthews or a Cam Smith that kind of burst onto the scene. Is that in the back of your minds, or what does a high school player have to do to convince you to take them in that first or second round?
For sure. Like I was saying earlier, I think this year's class is really evenly distributed. In other words, there's talent across both high school and college.
Do you feel like it's trending that way, more or less?
I feel like in 2025, the strength was the high school position player class. We ended up taking Xavier Nyans, who fit into that group, high school player north of Seattle. 2024 was a really strong year on the college side for position players. Cam Smith was a part of that group. The Cubs obviously took him. This year, it just feels like the talent is more evenly distributed across high school, college, so I could see it going either way for us, to be honest.
I'll let you brag a little bit about Nyans. He has been just like, it seems like his command of the plate, his zone control is years beyond what his age actually says.
For sure. He told us a funny story because when we were evaluating him, he took a lot of pitches, right? And he would see a lot of third pitch called strikes. And he was better than the umpires at times. And he told us that he wasn't willing to adjust his zone according to umpires, which is something that happened to him at Team USA last 2 summers ago. But anyway, he knows the strike zone exceedingly well. It's something that attracted us to him, and it's nice to see him off to a really good start this year.
And that kind of goes towards the makeup of a player. Are you guys able to get close enough to these guys to kind of dig in a little bit and try and find out the makeup of some of these players?
We do. So that's a massive part of our process. We just spent the better part of a week at the Combine visiting with up to 100 players.
Oh, wow.
And the way that we try to attack that process is contextualizing their gameplay and understanding what their thought process is and if it matches up to what we observe. So a guy like Nyans, being able to drill down and understand what his approach is and then being able to see him actually take that into the game made him really attractive to us.
Bases are loaded now for Ryan Valade after a couple of walks from Hunter Brown. An initial single by Jonathan Aranda. Now the bases are full. There's a first pitch strike to Valade. Charles Cook, assistant general manager, joining us in the booth, talking a little bit about the draft coming up. It'll be a week from today. It's a 2-day draft, Saturday and Sunday. You mentioned the Combine. How much has that helped things to get some of the top prospects all in one building at one time, to see them all kind of working out for all the 30 major league teams?
It's definitely done a really nice job of streamlining the process. Yeah, we get a lot out of it. I mean, there's an on-field component, but really the most valuable piece for us is getting to sit down, talk to these players, get to know them, what makes them tick, and understand, like I said, some of the finer points about their game, and then we can match that up to what we observed in the scouting world this spring.
TK just mentioned the analyst for the Rays, Doug Wechter's son, is in the draft. And we're starting to see a lot of my contemporaries have kids that are playing now, and they're becoming draft eligible. How does that really have any impact, knowing that the father maybe has some big league experience or gone through the process themselves?
I think it certainly does, and he's somebody that we spent a lot of time scouting. We spent a lot of time talking, getting to know him. He's a really impressive young man, super talented pitcher. Hasn't been pitching that long. He was a shortstop and then sophomore year started pitching, so he's relatively new to it. but has excellent command of an explosive fastball, a really good slider, and the advanced pitchability that he's got with just a couple of years on the bump is really, really intriguing.
Victor Mesa Jr. now bats after that broken bat line drive that Hunter Brown caught for the first out to keep the bases loaded. Now a 1-1 count on Mesa Jr. When you guys get set up on Saturday, is it as fun as we think it is? Because it seems like to be a part of that war room would be quite a rush.
It's definitely a lot of fun. Like I said, we spend all year long preparing for these 2 days, right? So it's certainly fun for us. This year's going to be a little bit different in that it's a 2-day event.
Right.
Historically, it's been 3 days, so we've got a longer day one, and it kicks off midday rather than in the evening. So working through shifting our day and prep process around that schedule, but looking forward to it for sure.
How many people are in the room?
So we bring in our entire scouting staff, and then we've got a number of other key stakeholders, whether it's R&D personnel, player development, representation, and really everybody across baseball operations. So we'll have probably a group of 50 or so people here, and then a smaller leadership group that that'll make the final decisions. But having everybody on hand here is really helpful.
How many do you actually do mock drafts?
We do. Yeah, we do. It's a big part of our process to sort of. Obviously, a big part of the draft is waiting to see what happens before you, right? So going through all those different scenarios and iterations of what could happen and who's our backup if we get our pocket picked. So all those kinds of things we'll focus on nailing down before we actually get on the clock.
Hunter Brown trying to work around a bases loaded, no out jam. Got 1 out on a broken bat. Now he's got a 2-2 count on Victor Mesa Jr. Mesa Jr. walked and scored a run his first time up. Aranda on third base, Caminero on second, Mullins on first, and the 2-2 pitch is up ball 3. You mentioned the war room. You mentioned the fact that it's a 2-day draft. Those are big differences from the past. And the Astros with picks 17 and 28 coming up. Get to this question in a second. Big pitch coming here. Popped up, shallow center. Actually, it's deep enough center to probably score the run. Trammell will make the catch. Tagging at third is Aranda. Throw's going to go to third. Good job by Trammell keeping the runners at first and second on a sac fly. It's now 4-2 Tampa Bay lead. So as we talked about Nyans earlier, there's another kid he's playing with who's 18 years old, and we're going to talk about him a little more because he just hit a grand slam the other day. But I know that you guys are as excited about Kevin Alvarez as he possibly could be. He's playing against guys a lot older than him and still more than holding his own.
For sure. He's been really exciting to watch this year. So I met Kevin when he was 14, maybe just turned 15, so a few years ago, and saw him for the first time. And he's always had that hitterish instinct, that ability to put the barrel on the bat and find the sweet spot.
A ball into right field. Are they going to challenge Cam? They will. Here comes Caminero. Here comes the throw. Not quite in time. RBI base hit by Johnny DeLuca. It's now a 5-2 Rays lead.
He's an exciting player, though, Kevin. And the thing that I think sets him apart is his mentality, his work ethic. I mean, he's, like you said, he's just 18 years old. He's playing against guys that are 21, 22, 23. But you wouldn't tell it by the way that he carries himself, the work that he puts in every day at the ballpark.
How hard is it to have the draft over that All-Star weekend, and then you guys immediately are going into trying to sign some of these guys, and you're still looking at the potential of a trade deadline with us being that close in the American League West, right?
For sure. I mean, this is the busiest month of the year for us, I think. And it just specifically within the scouting department, we're already starting to look at next year's draft guys as well, right? So you've got that overlap there, and then to your point, we've got the trade deadline coming up just a couple weeks after the draft.
Hunter Brown with a visit from Josh Miller, the pitching coach. Tampa Bay putting up 2 runs here in the third. Hunter had not allowed more than 2 earned runs in any start before tonight. And this Rays team has put up 5 so far as we play here in the third. Richie Palacios accounting for a 2-run home run his last time. Bats here with first and third and 2 outs.
Do you win at fantasy football every year?
I've won a handful of times.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, that's good.
Wait, I didn't know this.
Oh, that's so good.
You have some intel on his fantasy football team?
And I didn't even know that ahead of time. I'm just like, I know this guy's winning fantasy football. How many titles have you gotten?
I'm good for a championship appearance, 50-50 on winning.
Okay.
Really?
That's awesome.
You're in the finals on a regular basis. I like that.
I know
so
who I'm
far.
talking to in September. Maybe early August. Oh, man.
First and third pitch off the plate, it's 1-0.
Do you play against other guys in the front office, or do you have like buddies?
I've got a group that I went to school with, actually a
There
group
you
of
go.
football guys that I played with in college, and we've kind of stayed connected through doing fantasy football together.
Awesome.
Runner goes, pitches up. The throw is not in time, and coming home to score on a double steal. Cedric Mullins crosses the plate, and now it's a 6-2 game. Niners throw a little bit up, and they could not get the tag down. Johnny DeLuca picks up a stolen base. Well, we wish you the best, Charles. I know it's going to be, like you said, the busiest time of the year. I know the Astros fans should be as excited about having picks 17 and 28 as they have in a long time. As you said, it's been about a decade. Almost since the Bregman draft is when the last time the Astros may have had this much draft capital.
Yeah, yep, 2015.
Wow. So we wish you the best, and we look forward to seeing what you guys do next week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, appreciate you coming up.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Charles Cook, Assistant General Manager, joining us in the booth. Astros trying to get out of this third inning with a runner on second base and a 2-1 count on Palacios. And that pitch is up. It's 3-1. And we are seeing Hunter Blummer struggle more now in this outing than we have at any point this year. Even in the past when he has battled maybe less than his best command, he's been able to work through it without much damage.
Well, he's always going to be able to compete, but I think you're running into a team that is pretty pesky. They also have some power like we talked about. They kind of found it there in that month of May and June. But sometimes hitting can be contagious when you feel like you've got a guy on the ropes like they feel like they do with Hunter Brown. They are taking advantage of it. Because you mentioned earlier, they love to get on base and just find ways to score.
And a double steal, an example of that. This ball hit to left, coming on Lamont Wade Jr. to make the catch to end the inning. Thanks again to Charles Cook for joining us in the booth here in the top of the third. It's a 6-2 Tampa Bay lead.
For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
Big leaders are presented by Houston Methodist. We're talking more Yordan Alvarez, the all-star. We saw him go deep today, but he also went deep last night for the first time in the series. So that was his 27th home run of the season in the 90th game of the year. Only the 5th time that an Astros hit 27 in 90 games. It was also 27 before July 4th. So we're looking at who else has gotten up to that point. Lance Berkman also collecting that number. Bergman hit 42 that season. Baggy with 26 a couple times, and he holds the season record with 47. So we'll see where Yordan ends up. TK.
Yeah, good company. Really good company for the big man.
Strong.
Astros down 4 now as Jose Altuve leads off the third inning. Altuve with his first triple of the year, his first time up. Now 3 for 10 lifetime against Rasmussen, trying to bunt, and bunts it foul. It's 0-2. Jose, the only one in the lineup today with a career home run against this right-hander. Came back in 22. On the ground towards short. Played there by Taylor Walls. And there will be 1 out of the inning. Well, here is your starting designated hitter in the American League, as announced just about a little less than half an hour ago. Yordan Alvarez winning phase 2 of the fan voting. He will be the starting DH in Philly. And I imagine he'll be batting somewhere right in the middle, 3 or 4. Depending on how John Schneider wants to hit Yordan. And you know how much respect John Schneider has for Yordan. All he did was put up the 4 fingers 3 times in that series in Toronto.
He's hitting it all. He's Kind of interesting, the off speed being at the lowest when he actually goes out there and pummels changeups. He's been really good on the breaking ball this season.
We're on now 8 for 13 with 3 home runs during this hitting streak of 4 games. Takes a pitch at the top of the zone for a strike. It's 2-1. Jordan has still only challenged 1 pitch all year in the new ABS system.
Waiting to see who makes an egregious enough call against him that he has to challenge it.
Fly out to left for the second out. The drive around the league is presented by Christian Brothers Automotive. We were talking to Charles Cook about these 2 guys last inning. Xavier Nyans, how about 52 walks in May and June with 9 home runs and 21 runs batted in. And Kevin Alvarez, the 18-year-old, hitting a grand slam 2 days ago. He is the youngest player at a level above the complex league to hit a grand slam of any minor league player in all of baseball this year. Those 2 guys have a lot of people excited. I love that story about Xavier Nyans. Even back in high school, he's saying, I'm not going to leave the zone even if it's a wrong call against me.
Yeah, they're not going to force me out of my zone. It's pretty impressive at a young age to be able to have that kind of control over the zone, because usually if you're that young, that talented, you just want to swing at everything and try and hit it out of the ballpark. But showing some self-control as well. Let's continue to 455 on-base percentage for him in A ball, which is an incredible number. Average is a little bit low, strikes out still quite a bit, but that's just young, talented ball players out there. And you're facing some better competition than you did in high school.
And fun to watch the ascension of those 2 young stars in the Astros system. This is going to be another 1-2-3 inning for Rasmussen. He's now retired the last 8. And we head to the 4th inning. It's 6-2 Tampa.
Stars, actually that's Junior Shooting Stars Dance Clinic returns this summer. Sign your child up today to learn a dance routine. They will perform on the field prior to an Astros game. Register now at astros.com/dance. TK.
All right, Julia, first pitch swinging is Taylor Walls, and with his speed, no chance for Nick Allen. Nick tries to throw it on a hop, but Walls beats out the infield hit as Tampa Bay continues to pick up base runners against Hunter Brown. That's now 3 consecutive leadoff runners to reach. And hit number 6 against the Astros ace right-hander. Bring up the catcher, Hunter Fiducia, who popped up his first time up. Pitch down for a ball, 1-0. Fiducia and Nick Fortes split time behind the plate for Tampa Bay. Fortes was one of the hitting stars last night with a home run and an RBI double. Fiducia coming off a 3-hit game Thursday in Kansas City. Takes a pitch off the plate, 2-0. Hunter Brown looking for his first shutout inning of the night. Some of those misses up have been uncharacteristic that we've seen from Hunter tonight. It's 3-0.
Yeah, missing arm side and up. That strike to walk ratio is not good either. Or strike to ball ratio.
33 strikes out of 63 pitches. That is off the plate for a 4-pitch walk. That'll be the 4th walk allowed by Hunter. And now first and second with nobody out. This is the same scenario we saw last inning after a single and a walk to start the inning. Hunter walked 4 in his first start of the season, so he matches his season high. 5 is his career high. Now the top of the order, Jonathan Aranda. Misses that fastball, 0-1. Nate Pearson warming up for the second time tonight. Another miss up. It's 1-1. It's got to be just so maddening for Hunter not being able to figure out his curveball primarily, but his location for almost all his pitches tonight has been a little spotty. Aranda went after that change up. It's 1-2.
Kind of fooled him with that one.
Taylor Walls on second, Hunter Fiducia on first. Still nobody out in the fourth. A 1-2 count here to Jonathan Aranda. Ground ball foul.
That'll be a swinging strike, a foul ball strike for Hunter. Now the strike rate on that fastball is under 50%. He's thrown 31 of them.
Hunter struck out Aranda, the first batter he faced, has not had a strikeout since. Until he gets Aranda for the second time. Jonathan down looking, first out of the inning.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud is going to show you some hot cold zones as far as slugging is concerned against Junior Caminero. I think he likes middle in. That outside corner is someplace you could attack, and Hunter did try and go out to that outside corner with the fastballs in that previous at bat. Just ended up walking Junior Caminero.
First pitch strike with a curveball. So Hunter lands that curveball that has been elusive for him lately. There's a big first strike on Caminero. Home run and a walk tonight. Now 11 home runs in 11 games for Caminero. Challenge right away on that pitch.
Pitch is called a strike. Batter's challenging.
Caminero thought that pitch was in. Alex Tosi called it a strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And Tosi got it right.
Tampa Bay has one challenge remaining.
So Caminero 1 for 2 in challenges tonight, and now 0-2 in the count.
Take advantage of that. Find something to put him away. Or maybe a one-hop rocket right at Nick Allen for a double play. Take that too.
Broke his bat, slowly hit. Allen charges. They go to second, and the throw is into right field. That'll score another run. Crossing the plate is Taylor Walls. The Astros should have recorded at least one out somewhere. Instead, it'll be a fielder's choice and an error. It's now 7-2 Rays.
You get in these situations where you feel like you've got to make every play behind your pitcher who's struggling, but this is absolutely destroying the bat of Junior Caminero. Allen coming in quickly, trying to make that quick throw. Altuve not able to come up with it. Bat and ball kind of moving at the same pace. A throw back in towards the runner, and Altuve not able to get there.
So that'll be a fielder's choice and an error. Here's Cedric Mullins. Mullins chasing that slider down and in. 0-1. Tampa Bay has scored in every inning, putting up a 7 spot on Hunter Brown tonight. That last run may end up being unearned. We'll see how the rest of the inning plays out. Hunter getting ahead 0-2.
Almost feels like that pickoff attempt was a little bit of a breather for Hunter Brown, trying to gather himself.
75th pitch of the night coming. Didn't miss by much, just missed the inside edge. It's 1-2. A hit, a walk, an error, all in the mix this inning. Last inning we saw Tampa Bay steal a run with a double steal. This inning they haven't really hit the ball out of the infield yet. Here they are with a run and runners on first and third and 1 out. They will put the ball in play and make you play defense. And the Astros have had opportunities with some good throws down to second from Yiner, with that fielder's choice not being made, with Cam Smith maybe not charging a ball on as aggressively as they would like, or he would like. We get a strikeout steal here. Mullins down for the second out of the inning, and Caminero picking up his first steal of the season.
Tampa's just one of those teams that knows that they're not going to go out and overwhelm you. They're going to do well in the draft. They're going to do well in developing players, but they basically know that they've got to play a fundamentally sound game to go out there and beat teams. What's amazing to me is the consistency of it. They're able to go out there and do that 162 games a season, and that's why they're successful. They pitch well, play great defense, and are fundamentally sound at the plate. It's on display tonight.
We mentioned that 23 season when they started 13-0. When they made the playoffs that year, it was 4 consecutive seasons of making the playoffs for Tampa Bay. They did miss the last 2 years, but they are poised to get back there this year with the best record in the American League and a 9-game winning streak plus a 7-2 lead tonight. Ryan Valade with a 1-1 count, 2 runners in scoring position. Off the plate, 2-1. Spencer Arrighetti got through 6 innings last night against this offense, only allowed 1 run on 2 hits. Hunter has already exceeded Arrighetti's pitch count from last night by 7 pitches.
This has got to be Hunter's last inning. It's not just 91 pitches or 81 pitches. I just feel like the fatigue is set in, and he's thrown so many leverage pitches. He hasn't thrown many pitches without a runner on base.
No.
A lot of these have been stressful pitches and stressful innings for Hunter.
And those fastballs up aren't close to the top rail.
No.
He's missing with some significant distance up on some of these misses. Nate Pearson ready to come in if, in fact, Hunter Brown does not finish this inning. 3-1 the count. That ball high in the air to left field. Back is Lamont Wade Jr. He is in front of the wall, and he will put it away for the final out of the inning. That'll end up being an unearned run, but another run nonetheless scored by Tampa Bay. It's now a 7-2 game.
On Space City Home Network.
Now it's time for the USAA salute to service. Veterans here honored heading into the bottom half of the 4th inning on this 4th of July. Happens every night here at Dyken Park, and tonight a little bit more special with the 250th birthday of America, the semi-quincentennial. Christian Walker was hit by that pitch to start the inning. Walker doesn't love that.
Nope.
Shaking his hand as Rasmussen got him on a pitch in to start the bottom of the 4th. So the Astros have the leadoff runner on here. That's the first batter to reach since Walker hit one off the wall in the 1st inning. Eric Velazquez taking a slow stroll with Christian down the first base line.
Fifth hit batter of the season for Rasmussen. Throws a lot of two-seam fastballs, and that's exactly what that is. But that hit just below that pad, maybe on that wrist, forearm area of Christian. Says he's all right. He's going to stay in this game, but just a little shook up right now. Two-seam, four-seams, and cutters for Rasmussen. Seen some change-ups to left-handed hitters on this outing.
First pitch to Lamont Wade Jr. drops in for a strike. Rasmussen has just one strikeout tonight. It was Lamont Wade his first time up. This ball sent in the air to left field. Playable for Victor Mesa Jr. And there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Now Cam Smith will bat. Cam bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. And when we were mentioning the plays defensively that the Astros normally would make, they weren't errors per se. You never have an error on a throw that bounces in there on a caught stealing attempt. You never would give Cam an error on that ball to right field, but that's a ball that he normally would charge more aggressively and make a play at home plate. But that's where Tampa Bay takes advantage of any little hiccup there is on defense to try and score extra runs. They're not, even though they have Junior Caminero, they're not built on power. They're built on advancing 90 feet or more extra at a time and trying to take advantage of any small miscue.
Well, you said it earlier. They get their hits, but they're not going to go out there and extra base hit you. So if you're not getting those extra bases, you got to find a way to get the advantage. And if the advantage means taking advantage of a simple miscue or lack of hustle to a baseball, get that extra 90 feet. These guys are going to do it.
This one popped up on a 2-1 pitch. Caught there by the second baseman Palacios for out number 2. So Astros without a hit since the 4th batter of the game. And here is Yainer Diaz, who grounded out his first time up. Reigning American League Pitcher of the Month, Drew Rasmussen, gave up 2 runs to the first 2 batters he faced. Hasn't allowed much since. First pitch wide, no swing, says first base umpire Corey Blazer. It's 1-0. Rasmussen in June went 3-2 with a 0.82 ERA. Had at least 6 innings of work and 2 runs or fewer in all 5. Yainer bidding to change that, deep to right field and gone. Yainer Diaz hits one out to right. The Astros get 2 back. It's now 7-4.
Yainer trying to help out his battery mate. Had a nice pour out into the right field bleachers with a Yainer bomb.
Rasmussen will not go 6 consecutive starts to tie a franchise record with allowing 2 runs or fewer in 6 innings or more as he gives up 4 tonight. Astros back within 3. And Taylor Trammell will bat. He had a flyout his first time up. A couple of 2-run home runs tonight. Yordan Alvarez and now Yainer Diaz. Pitches up for a ball, 1-0. Rasmussen giving up 2 home runs for the 2nd time this year. Other time was at Pittsburgh with the Pirates scoring 4 runs against them in 3 2/3. Now Trammell with a 2-0 count. Nate Pearson continuing to stand around on the mound out there, which would indicate that he's ready to come in and mean the end of the night for Hunter Brown after 4 innings.
Yeah, we mentioned it last inning, and I'm kind of with you on that. And it's maybe not the number of pitches, but the intensity of those pitches that he had to throw today for Hunter Brown. He was constantly pitching with traffic.
So this scheduled pitcher's duel hasn't exactly gone to plan. 11 runs scored between the two teams in the 4th inning.
It's crazy how that works, isn't it?
It really is.
Like, sitting here hyping it up. We got pitcher of the month in June and Drew Rasmussen. We got Hunter Brown saying things are going to change for him and start heading in the right direction. And then all of a sudden it's just boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you've got 11 runs on the board.
Good take by Taylor on a pitch down. No swing, says the crew chief Andy Fletcher. Now the count's full. Rasmussen hasn't walked anybody today. He has hit a batter. That came around to score. Christian Walker to lead off this inning. Trammell down on strikes as he misses the fastball, but the Astros get 2 back.
They do get 2 back. Catcher Yonder Diaz got a pitch up out of the plate, arms extended, and some late life into the seats. 2 more makes that score 7-3, 7-4 Tampa.
Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by J.P. Morgan Chase, reigniting the American dream to expand opportunity nationwide. By Genesis, sponsored locally by your Houston area Genesis retailers. Welcome to Genesis. And by Michelob Ultra Zero. Make a plan to get home safe. A reminder from your friends at Silver Eagle Distributors, Houston.
Back here at Dyken Park, you can see that Hunter Brown is no longer in this game. The Astros bullpen is active and in this game. They're going to start with Nate Pearson. 13 games, 4.24 is that ERA. That one races to the backstop at high octane. He can give you multiple innings. The last 5 games, he's thrown in 7 1/3. Gave the Astros a strong appearance in Detroit, going 3 innings of no-run baseball.
First batter he faces, Victor Mesa Jr. pops the foul out of play. It's 1-1. Mesa Jr. walked, stole a base, one of 4 steals for Tampa Bay tonight. They had a double steal in the 3rd that scored a run. Also, Junior Caminero with his first, and Mesa Jr. with his second back in the 2nd inning. Pitch missing up high. It's 2-1. Final line on Hunter Brown. 4 innings, 6 hits allowed tonight for Hunter. He season high 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Hunter also matched his season high with 4 walks and struck out 3. 82 pitches, 45 strikes for Brown, and now a 3-1 count to start Nate Pearson's outing. That'll be a walk. 5th walk allowed by Astros pitching, and another leadoff base runner. That's 4 innings in a row.
The Astros are headed to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Nationals. Coverage begins on Monday at 5 p.m. with Astros pregame only on SCHN and SCHN Plus.
Now Johnny DeLuca hits it hard but foul off the netting in the left field side. Going to the count. DeLuca singled in a run his last time up. Also hit a soft line drive to Altuve his first time. Ground ball towards 3rd. Paredes will go to Altuve for 1. The turn not quite in time for the double play. They get the fielder's choice for the 1 out. DeLuca will reach first base.
The Astros need the ground ball. They get the ground ball. It's just not hit hard enough.
They have heard Josh Miller on with Julia Morales pregame talking about how they plan to deploy Christian Javier, saying they want to keep him stretched out if possible. So we might see Nate Pearson for an inning and then Christian Javier behind him, because Javier is now warming up. This ball sent into center, shallow. Coming on Taylor Trammell to make the catch for out number 2. Javier just activated for this series, and he is in the bullpen for now. Nothing set in stone. This could change over the course of the next few weeks, but for now, Javier working out of the bullpen. It looks like he might have next inning.
Yeah, being that starter in the bullpen probably needs a little bit of extra time to get ready. And you mentioned that Nate Pearson was hot an inning beforehand, so probably necessary to get him in this game just because he's gotten hot and he's ready to go, but also to give Javier maybe an inning or so to get himself prepared to come into this game.
Javier has more relief appearances than starts in his postseason career. And the regular season, he has started 61 games and coming out of the bullpen. Actually, he started 90 games and coming out of the bullpen 34 times in his big league career. So the bullpen's not exactly foreign to him, although he has been primarily a starter at the big league level since 2022. Runner goes, the pitch is wide, the throw is not quite in time. 5th stolen base of the night for the Rays as Johnny DeLuca has his 2nd steal.
Jenner's going to feel like they are picking on him today. It's not entirely on him. A lot of it has to do with that the pitchers are quick to home plate, but the Tampa Bay Rays got their running shoes on tonight.
And that one was not his fault at all. The first one DeLuca stole. I think a good throw gets him.
Yep.
That one he didn't have much of a chance. Or Victor Mesa Jr. had a steal earlier, or maybe a good throw got him. That's now a 4-pitch walk. Taylor Walsh draws a walk. He'll be on base for the 2nd time tonight. That's now 6 walks allowed by the Astros, 2 from Nate Pearson this inning, and Josh Miller is going to go have a word with his big right-hander here.
Walks have been an issue all season long for the Astros. They're 28th in walks per 9 at 4.37, and they've been getting better at it. The 2nd best team in baseball is the Rays pitching staff, 2.75 walks per 9.
It's unreal how big a difference that is.
Huge.
Talking about a couple of runners every night. Now a word from Taqueria Cervantes.
Jeremy, and what does winning taste like? It's like going to your favorite spot. You just know. And when it's Taqueria Arandas, always a home run.
Joe Espada looking on, hoping Nate Pearson keeps this at 7-4 here. 2 on, 2 outs, facing the number 9 hitter Hunter Fiducia. Fiducia drew one of the walks his first time, or his last time up. He also popped up his first time. Pitch is up for a ball, 1-0. Five in a row missed by Pearson. There's a strike. Ball rattles around the camera well. Fiducia got a little quick on that swing. It's 1-2. Hunter Fiducia started his career with the Dodgers in 2024. Last year, 2 games with LA, and the rest of his season with Tampa Bay. '99 missing up. It's 2-2. Ground ball. Nice play by Altuve. Down to his knees, making the play to get Fiducia to end the inning. Nicely done by Jose to end the 5th. We're halfway home. Yordan Alvarez will bat in the next inning. He's due up 3rd. Astros down 7-4 on the 4th.
$99.99.
Tonight's aerial coverage of the Wire Cam is brought to you by our partners at Defiance. We get a great look overhead here at Daikin Park. Tampa Bay Rays, Houston Astros playing game 2 of a 3-game set over this 4th of July weekend.
Nick Allen getting the start tonight, batting for the second time. Allen popped up to first base in foul territory his first time up. This will be Nick's 21st start of the year, 41st game played. He's batted .268 during his starts this season. It'll be Allen and Jose Altuve. Hopefully one or both of them get on in front of Yordan Alvarez in this 3-run game. Drew Rasmussen so far allowing 4 runs in 4 innings. Rasmussen in the entire month of June, where he won pitcher of the month, only allowed 3 earned runs, so he's allowed more tonight than he did the entire month prior to tonight.
Wow.
One-two count on Allen. Nick is 1 for 3 lifetime against this right-hander. Hits the ball hard, but foul. That's down and away, 2-2. Saw Jeremy Pena pregame getting in more work. With more on that, here's Julia.
Yeah, Jeremy just had, what, a day or two where he let it rest, the calf strain, and then got right to it. But what we saw today was more work out there, and then running the bases. As you know, that is a huge step and one of the final steps. There's a chance he goes out on a very, very quick rehab assignment, but they're hoping to have him back soon.
So sounds like the minimum 10 days might be accurate for Jeremy.
That's good news. You know what an impact he brings to this lineup, offensively, defensively, but yeah, if you just go the minimum of 10 days, that would be a beautiful thing.
He just brings an energy.
Oh, man, yeah.
You can spark your offense just the way he plays the game. Now it's 3-2 on Nick Allen. No walks so far tonight for Rasmussen. He has hit a batter. Doesn't issue too many walks, especially during this recent streak. But there was a pitch up, and that is a base runner to start the 5th in an inning where Yordan Alvarez will bat.
Tonight's fan cam is driven by GulloAuto.com, and before the game here on July 4th, the Astros putting on Fan Fest. Kids having a good time out there. I know it's warm, but they know how to have a good time. Today's the day. July 4th, party outside before the game. Come in and enjoy. Friendly accommodations inside, and then a big fireworks show later on this evening after this ball game is over. The Astros trying to find a way to continue to fight back in this, have their leadoff man on.
And there's a streak on the line tonight. 8 straight
4th of July streak.
Yeah, 8 straight independent days. The Astros have won a game, including a huge 18-1 win last year in LA.
That was kind of fun.
It was big, and all the Dodgers fans had to suffer through it because there were fireworks after the game.
Yeah, they had to stick around to see the fireworks after the fireworks show.
Here's Jose Altuve. Jose with a triple his first time up, grounded to short his last time. Hits the ball hard down the left field side. That is a fair ball towards the corner. Nick Allen getting to third. Altuve digging for second. He'll go in sliding with a double. Astros with runners at second and third and nobody out.
2 for 2. He's ambushed Rasmussen a couple of times. First at bat for a triple, this time getting the cutter, pulling it into the left field corner and getting that double. So now you've got runners at second and third. Could get very interesting with Yordan Alvarez at the plate. Good look at the entire play. Tony Perez-Chica seeing where that ball is, holding Nick Allen up.
Jordan now the tying run in this game. And the first pitch fastball for a strike. Jordan hit one out into the Hall of Fame hallway out there in left center field his first time up.
Outfield arms are presented by Lone Star College. We'll go around the outfield. DeLuca, Mesa Jr. out there. Mullins, not one of the better arms in center field. They are playing extremely deep against Jordan Alvarez as well. But velocity definitely is on the side of DeLuca and Mesa Jr.
Base hit left field into score. Allen being held at third is Jose Altuve. It's a two-run game, 7-5.
Professional hitter Jordan Alvarez had himself a 2-strike count, takes a fastball at the top of the zone and shoots it the other way. And that's part of what we like about Jordan so much is, yes, he can go out there and hit that 3-run homer quite a bit. But also in some moments, he can just turn into a flat-out good hitter and drive in a run to keep this rally going, hopefully, for the Astros.
Now Isaac Paredes. Tying run now at first base. In addition to a lot of other categories Jordan leads in, he is also the best hitter in baseball with 2 strikes, and tonight both of his hits have been with 2 strikes.
Yeah, there's a lot of hitters around the league saying it's not fair that you can go out there and have the kind of power that he does and be one of the best hitter or the best hitter with 2 strikes. Because there's a lot of times with a lot of hitters, those two things don't go together.
Jordan hit a home run into the bullpen last night with 2 strikes, hit one into Hall of Fame alley earlier tonight with 2 strikes, and that single with 2 strikes. Drew Rasmussen giving up 5 earned runs in this start. His 98th career start has never allowed more than 5 earned runs in any of his previous 97. This could be an all-time high against Rasmussen. If Altuve scores in this inning, it's 2-1.
Sox been doing good in the RBI category. Creeping back into the mix and sliding into that 3 spot in the batting order.
Line drive caught by Caminero. Both base runners getting back to their respective bags. That was hit hard by Isaac, but he's out number 1 in the inning.
GPS just a little bit off. Caminero able to move to his left to take away that potential hit in RBI. Good job by the base runners freezing.
Now Christian Walker with a single and a hit by pitch. Hits the ball on the ground to short, flip to second for 1, and they turn the double play. So Astros get within 2, but with first and third nobody out, cannot score any more. It's still 7-5.
We're working in the right direction.
The best in Texas power pitcher is driven by Ford. Let's go back to 1980 in Cincinnati. Cesar Geronimo goes down swinging at a curveball down and in. That is number 3,000 for Nolan Ryan. And as you watch the highlights, kind of crazy to think that 3,000th strikeout, just a little under halfway to his total in his career. Big strikeout numbers for the Express, getting that one in an Astros uniform. And here you see Christian Javier back from the injured list, 3 starts this season. Didn't go exactly well, but this will be his first appearance since April 8th and working back into the big league level.
He will be tested early as he has the top of the order due up. Jonathan Aranda Jr., Caminero, and Cedric Mullins. And Aranda fouls back the first pitch, 0-1. Javier's first regular season relief appearance for the Astros since 2022. And his first overall relief appearance since that 22 season. Has pitched out of the bullpen in the postseason, but was a starter exclusively in 23. So overall, 128th game of his major league career. This will be his 35th relief appearance. Javier making 5 starts as part of his rehab assignment. Dots up an 0-2 pitch on Jonathan Aranda. Looked like Aranda was going to challenge, but instead he is out number 1, striking out for the 3rd time.
Yeah, that caught plenty of the UTMD Anderson strike zone at 94 miles an hour. Welcome back, Christian.
Now Junior Caminero. Caminero hitting a home run on a 3-2 pitch in the 1st inning. There have been 2 hitters in Major League history. Kyle Schwarber in June of 2021, Albert Bell in September of 1995, who have 12 home runs in an 11-game span. Junior right now is at 11 in his 11th game. 1-1 count here. Swing and a miss with a changeup, 1-2. Javier should be out there for multiple innings, you would think. He has been stretched out during his rehab. 4 starts with Sugar Land, 1 start for Corpus Christi. One's out of play, stays 1-2. Pitch in is 2-2. Joe Espada saying about the move to Christian Javier in the bullpen that it's not necessarily a permanent situation. They want to see him work out of the pen for now and see how things shake out. Swing and a miss. He has started out well here. A strikeout looking, now a strikeout swinging against the game's hottest hitter. 2 away in the inning.
Let's see the strikeout with a paint job on the fastball. This is a sweeper against one of the hottest hitters in the league, going down on our Mattress Firm Supermo.
Now Cedric Mullins will bat. Mullins a single, a walk, stole home to score a run and struck out. Astros have been looking for that A version of Christian Javier that we've seen so much earlier in his career. Injuries limiting him to 15 starts the last 2 seasons. 7 in 2024, 8 in 2025. Hasn't really had that runway to find that consistency. This year just his 4th appearance. Javier still has another year on his contract. They would love to see him regain that form. A good start tonight, but he's 3-0 on Mullins and now a 4-pitch walk. So back-to-back strikeouts followed by a walk. That is walk number 7 allowed by Astros pitching tonight. The ultimate goal of any MLB fan is to see it all. And the MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is that ultimate bucket list. You can enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks at MLB.com/journey-to-30 sweeps. Now Ryan Valade, the batter. Valade is hit into a double play, hit a soft liner on a broken bat, a sheared bat that Hunter Brown caught, and then flied out to left field. Only Rays hitter who's not reached base tonight. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Astros down 7-5. Had a chance to cut into that lead more last inning, but couldn't score any more runs after the first run came in with first and third and nobody out. How about Javier getting some swinging strikes here in this inning? It's 0-2. Just miss in a challenge by Yainer Diaz. Yainer thought that had the outside corner, called a ball by Alex Tosi. ABS powered by T-Mobile will show us that it is off the plate.
Pitches the ball. Houston has 1 challenge remaining.
So that call is confirmed. Astros down to 1 challenge. Rays down to 1 challenge. And a 1-2 count on Valade. Runner goes. The pitch is swung on. Strikeout for Javier. He struck out 3 in his first inning off the IL.
Nice welcome back for Christian Javier. That sweeper looking good. Hitters not seeing very much of it and not getting even close to it. 3 strikeouts to end that inning.
Us.com.
We are back here in Houston. The Rays are leading 7-5. Teams are matched up in hits with 6 apiece. And Drew Rasmussen's evening is done. They're going to give way to Cole Sulser, first one out of that bullpen. 31 games. He's done a little bit of everything. As you could see, the couple of starts. Also has a couple of saves. That ERA sits at 5.30.
Lamont Wade Jr. hitting for a hit, but a nice play by Taylor Walls. Very good defensive shortstop makes that play for out number 1.
They'll all stay good hands. Replay is going to be last night. They were getting on the mound, and Cam Smith leaping into the stands, reaching in, taking away a potential foul ball and turning it into an out. Everybody amazed except Statcast, who said that was a 95% catch probability. I would love to put that computer out there and dare it to make that play at 95%.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. Statcast just doesn't have a way to kind of qualify for those plays off the wall, or in that case, over the stands. That was a great play, and I do not think that is caught 95% of the time.
No.
That's defensive runs saved, which is a Fangraph stat, and Cam is doing better in that category. He gained 1 DRS number last night with that catch. Still has a ways to go to catch Abreu. Williard leading in DRS. Cam has better numbers in the outs above average. He should be the 2 leading candidates, you would think, for the Gold Glove in right field. Check swing grounder to second. Palacios makes the play for out number 2. Last night, Tampa Bay's 3 relievers, Kevin Kelly, Casey Legamina, and Brian Baker, got 11 outs in the game, 3 2/3 innings with only 28 pitches. They were 3 2/3 perfect innings. Kevin Kelly was by far the most efficient, 7 pitches and 5 outs.
Wow.
He had 4 first pitch outs and then a 3 pitch out on Taylor Trammell. Here's Yainer Diaz. Yainer got the Astros within 3 with his 2-run home run last time. Ground ball to third. Junior Caminero makes the play on a couple of hops. And a 1-2-3 inning for Cole Sulser as the Rays bullpen continues to be perfect in the series.
What's on Tap is presented by Lawnmower Blonde. With the return of Christian Javier, a move needed to be made recently, and rookie Miguel Ulloa fell victim to the numbers game, but the Astros are very excited about what they saw in his short stint. And you can say the same with Alan Bersanta, both called up this year as prospects, prove they're ready and can pitch well at this level. And pitching coach Josh Miller told me before the game it gives them much more confidence to call on them when needed. Both so impressive, and right now they just want them both to stay sharp down there. Be ready for the next call, TK.
Yeah, they were both really good. Ulloa a couple of shutout innings, twice, 4 total. Good to have some options down there at the minor league level.
Options and future.
Yeah, absolutely. And Christian Javier has looked good as he begins his second inning of work. Javier struck out 3 in his first inning. Had a little bit of a blip with Cedric Mullins on a 4-pitch walk. But other than that, he has been throwing strikes. Victor Mesa Jr. leading off with a strike. It's 0-1. That one fouled back. Javier working ahead 0-2. Christian this year as a starter in 3 starts, walked 9 in his 9 1/3 innings, also 13 hits and 13 runs allowed. Now coming back from injury, hoping for more success than he had the first 3 starts. The right shoulder strain kept him out for 76 games. He just came off the 60-day IL yesterday, with Ulloa going down as a corresponding move that Julia mentioned with the numbers game. 2-2 the count to Mesa Jr. Called third strike. Mesa Jr. knew it, heading back to the dugout on that called third. 4 strikeouts for Javier, all 4 of his outs.
He's got a real feel for that sweeper in this game. This one's starting about 1.5 miles off the outside corner and coming in and grabbing that outside corner. And like you said, Mesa knew it. That was impressive.
Now Johnny DeLuca fouls a pitch off. DeLuca 1 for 3 today with a couple of stolen bases. That ball hit well to left field, and that is going to crawl over the yellow line and into the first row of the Crawford boxes. Johnny DeLuca hits home run number 5 on the season. Tampa Bay with its 3rd home run tonight. And they now establish a 3-run lead again. It's 8-5.
As good as that sweeper has been, DeLuca did a good job of staying on this one. It came over the heart of the plate. And DeLuca able to just kind of put a compact swing on it and hit a laser just up over the manual scoreboard for a 355-foot home run.
3rd home run allowed this season by Javier. Now Richie Palacios, who has one of the other 2 home runs, takes a pitch just missing for a ball, 1-0. All true outcome for Christian Javier so far. 4 strikeouts, a walk, and a home run of the 6 batters he has faced. It's off the plate, 2-1. That's now 21 home runs for the Rays in their last 9 games. Said they aren't much on the power side, but their power has shown up here for the last week and a half. It's at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 2-2. On the ground, and that'll be through for a base hit. Cedric Mullins, Richie Palacios with his 2nd hit of the game. There's a 1-out base runner.
Time now to play Astros trivia, powered by Reliant. We're going to ask you, who was the Astros winning pitcher in the first ever meeting with Tampa Bay? First ever meeting between these two ball clubs. Who was that winning pitcher? Astros Trivia, powered by Reliant.
Taylor Walls will bat. Walls takes a first pitch strike. Runner goes, pitches down, and the throw is not in time. 6 stolen bases for Tampa Bay tonight. Faucio steals his 8th of the year.
Man, they are off and running. They're padding some base stealing stats today, the Tampa Bay Rays are.
They had 5 steals earlier this season against Miami. And now a new season high in stolen bases. One and two the count to Walls. Prior to this winning streak, which Tampa Bay currently has won 9 in a row, trying to become the 4th Rays team ever to get 10 or more wins consecutively. But prior to this streak, Tampa Bay was struggling. They had lost 18 of 27 in a month-long stretch from May 24th through June 23rd. That was the worst record in all of baseball during that 1-month span. And since then, they have run 9 consecutive games off and are leading for a possible 10 straight.
Yeah, it's hard to believe you when you say things like that, and I'm watching this ball club do what they're doing.
Hard to believe that they went 9 and 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because now nothing's going wrong for them.
I feel like some teams in the American League have had months like that where they've had that subpar month, but the Rays bouncing back better than most, going on that run.
Well, they went from 3.5 games down to now all of a sudden they're leading the Yankees, who have been struggling, coming into tonight by 4 games. And the Yankees lost earlier today, so now 4.5. The Yankees are going through it now, what the Rays went through last month.
Aren't they heading into play them at some point before the break?
Sounds right.
Or is it after the break?
No, they go from here back home to play the Yankees for 4.
Okay.
And then Seattle for 3 before Tampa Bay has their all-star break.
Wow, so the timing definitely favors the Rays, huh?
Oh, short hop pick by Altuve as he gets Taylor Walls for out number 2. Altuve gloved the short hop, and there's 2 outs in the inning.
Tuve's made a couple of good plays. One on Fiducia, and then this one on Walls. Ball hit hard. Did a great job of timing that and being able to come up with the play.
Now Hunter Fiducia will bat. There's a strike. The other Tampa Bay teams that have had winning streaks of 10 games or more, we mentioned the 23 team with 13 in a row. The 21 team had 11 in a row. And the 04 team led by Jeff Blum won 12 straight.
You could take the lead part out. Unless you're talking about my batting average being a lead weight.
I believe to this day it's the only team in Major League history to have a 12-game winning streak and a
12-game
losing streak in the same season.
Unreal.
Hard to do.
Yeah.
The 2004 Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah, there was a lot of hold my beers during that stretch of that season.
They were the Devil Rays back then. Nick Allen, tough play. Oh, yeah. Nick can get it done on Hunter Fiducia. Nick Allen on a good defensive play after Altuve with a nice play on Taylor Walls. And that will end the top half of the 7th inning. A home run by Johnny DeLuca makes it an 8-5 game. We will stay right here on this 4th of July and send it down to Bob Ford, who will introduce our Senior Master Sergeant Angela Matthews and God Bless America.
who protect our freedom each and every day. We're happy to welcome back Master Sergeant Angela Matthews. Please join her now for the singing of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Time now for the 7th inning stretch on this Independence Day, presented by Texas Mattress Makers.
Get Out and Play is presented by Toyota. The Astros have got their good record on the 4th. They've won the last 8 straight. Last year, one of the biggest, in case you missed it, the Astros were at Dodger Stadium on the 4th, and they pummeled the Dodgers. It was 18-1. That's the final, handing them their biggest loss ever in their own ballpark. Largest margin. It was incredible to watch. It was incredible to watch this team play well all that entire weekend at Dodger Stadium. But the best part, guys, was that because it was the 4th, the home crowd had to wait patiently and quietly for the fireworks to start after the game.
Yeah, that was the best. Dodger Stadium was filled that day, and they had to hang out, wait for the fireworks after the Astros pummeled them. There you see the streak that's on the line. Astros down 3 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It is the 4th longest streak all time of consecutive wins on the 4th of July. Astros trying to figure out a way to get on base against this Tampa Bay bullpen. Bullpen so far in the first 2 games has gone 4 2/3 perfect against them, as Cole Sulser, 36-year-old right-hander, back out there for more after a 1-2-3-6. Taylor Trammell down to the count, 0-2. Takes a pitch off the plate. It's 1-2. It'll be Trammell, Nick Allen, and Jose Altuve due up. If Altuve or any of the other 2 get on base, it'll be Yordan Alvarez to continue the inning. This ball looped into left center field, dying quickly, down for a hit. Taylor Trammell breaks his bat, reaches first base on a 2-strike hit to start the 7th.
It's a beauty. Bat goes down a hero. Taylor Trammell ends up with a hit. Astros with the leadoff man on. Change up that he goes down and gets off the outside corner.
Taylor keeps adding to his career high total of now 27 hits. There is Nick Allen, who walked, scored a run, and popped up his first time up. Astros up to 7 hits in the game. They're only down 1 in the hits column, but down 3 in the column that matters most. Ground ball past Caminero down the left field line. Hits off the stands. Heading to third, Trammell. He'll be held up there. Second and third, nobody out. Astros will bring the tying run to the plate.
Boys at the bottom of the lineup trying to set things up at the top. Good job by Nick. Just pounds his changeup into the ground, and Caminero playing in for a possible bunt. And well off that third base line, can't get to it, so everybody advancing 180 feet.
With nobody out, Tony Perez-Chica not taking any chances there, making sure Trammell stayed at third as that ball bounded away from the left fielder Victor Mesa Jr. Kyle Snyder out to have a word with his right-hander Sulser, and now a word from Reliant.
Reliant, official energy provider of the Houston Astros.
Jose tonight, who did not have an extra base hit in his last 8 games coming in, has a triple in the first, a double in the 5th. He is 2 for 3 tonight. And now he's the tying run at the plate in the 7th. Infield back here with 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. Ground ball, and that is foul. Jose with his 13th double his last time up. His triple in the first was his first of the season. Jose sees a lot of changeups when facing Sulser. He got a fastball there to get a. Sulser gets ahead 0-2.
First pitch of the at-bat was changeup.
Was it?
Yeah.
He has struck him out twice in 2 at-bats, both times on changeups. He has walked him 1 time. And both times he has struck him out has been on changeups below the zone. Tried to sweep one off the plate. Jose wouldn't bite. It's 1-2. Yordan Alvarez waits on deck. Yordan's had some traffic tonight, as he has already driven in 3. Another one that he tries to entice him with, and that is wide. 2-2. Good take, another one down. That was the changeup, and now the count's full on Jose.
Really good job by Jose, taking some pitches and getting back into this count. 3-2. The infield's playing back. Ground ball is 2nd and short. Is going to get an extra run for the Astros.
This holiday crowd is revved up. A lot of people in the lower bowl standing right now. Altuve hits it high in the air, deep down the left field line, but it's hooking, and it is just foul into the stands. Caught by a lady in a red, white, and blue outfit. Perfect timing on the 4th with a Hater jersey on. Maybe on the bounce, but she ended up with it right here.
Good job not reaching over into the field of play either.
Off the plate, ball 4. Bases will be loaded for the big man. And for the few who weren't standing in the lower bowl for Altuve's at bat, they'll be standing after this pitching change as Kevin Cash comes out to bring in a new pitcher to face Yordan Alvarez. We have action. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-run game back in the bottom of the 7th after this.
'26 Carnival vehicles.
There you see the scoreboard, 8-5. Rays leading here in the bottom of the 7th. There's nobody out, and the bases are loaded for Yordan Alvarez. Kevin Cash going to his bullpen, bringing in left-hander Garrett Clevenger, 27 games, a 4.13 ERA. Left-handed hitters are hitting .233 off Clevenger. He's given up 3 home runs, all of them to right-handed hitters. But he's got himself a bit of a situation here. A crowd waiting to explode, and a hitter at the plate that can make him do it.
Yordan hit 3 grand slams in the month of June. Bats here with the bases loaded on the 4th of July in a 3-run game. First pitch in for ball 1. Yordan's only faced Clevenger once, and now is all the way back in 2022. Flied out in that lone at bat. Catches the inside corner with that sweeper. It's 1-1.
Just barely
And with a fastball up, it's 1-2.
I think Jordan was trying to go after that fastball. Might have known that one was coming, but he elevated considerably up out of the zone.
His 22nd home run of the year was a grand slam. His 24th home run of the year was a grand slam. His 26th home run of the year was a grand slam. His next home run will be number 28. Hits it in the air. Not going to be a slam, but it should be deep enough to score. Taylor Trammell caught by Johnny DeLuca. Here comes Trammell home, and he is safe at home plate. Sacrifice fly by Jordan Alvarez. It's now a 2-run game. Nick Allen moving to third on the play as well.
Good job by Jordan, professional hitter, picking up another RBI. Not giving up in the at-bat. Didn't hit that ball as well as he wanted to. And a great job by Trammell picking a spot right here and going in, making sure that lead foot gets to the plate first. Good job by Nick Allen advancing on that. Would have liked to have seen Altuve do the same thing, but he's still at first base.
Now Isaac Paredes, the batter. Paredes takes one just in off the plate for ball 1. Jordan with 4 runs batted in this game. Of the Astros 6 runs scored, it's now 8-6. Isaac generally puts the ball in the air. Runner at first, runner at third with 1 out. Paredes at least trying to get one deep enough to the outfield to score a run. Now has a 2-0 count. Isaac tied for the team lead in sacrifice flies along with Cam Smith. And that's way up. 3-0. Single, double, and walk against Cole Sulser to start the inning, and now sac fly and a 3-0 count against Clevenger. Astros have scored in 4 different innings. Tampa Bay has scored in 5 different innings, both teams with 8 hits. Base hit left field. 1-run game. Isaac Paredes with an RBI single. It's 8-7.
Nice piece of hitting by Isaac. Got a slider up and in, pulled the hands in, ripped it into left field. Picks up that RBI as the Astros get closer. That one just kind of spun out at the top of the zone, and Isaac took advantage of it.
Now the tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. Christian Walker, the batter. Walker has singled, been hit by a pitch and scored a run and grounded into a double play. Two 2-0 the count. Walker's faced Clevenger twice. He has walked once and struck out once.
Get a ton of sliders from Clevenger.
I mentioned Jordan's been the king of the grand slam for the Astros this year, and Christian Walker has been the king of the 3-run home run. It's the fastball up. It's 2-2. Two-run home run, RBI single, and a sac fly. Jordan with 4 RBIs tonight. Walker down on strikes. He missed the slider down and in. Clevenger bounces back after being down in the count 2-0. And that's the second out of the inning.
Back-footed this one.
And Zach DeZenzo is going to come out of the dugout and get a pinch hit appearance here for Lamont Wade Jr. DeZenzo just called up today. And out of the dugout comes Kevin Cash. Once DeZenzo was announced, he will go to the bullpen for a right-hander. So we'll have a pitching change with the pinch hitter DeZenzo announced. And we'll be back in this one-run game right after this.
Smash your summer for a limited time at Sonic.
Don't miss a minute of the action with full season tickets for the Astros 2027 season. Enjoy the ultimate perks, get a dedicated account representative, and more. Visit Astros.com/season tickets to secure your seats. Plummer.
Thank you, Julia. Things getting loud, things getting interesting here inside the Daikin Park Dome. And you see Craig Kimbrell, familiar face, spent a little bit of time with the Astros, pitching 11 innings for them. Getting a couple of rounds of golf in with Craig as well. Good guy. But right now, the Astros trying to beat him as DeZenzo was announced. Kevin Cash came out and brought in the right-handed Craig Kimbrell. Kimbrell has 440 saves in his career.
Well, here's DeZenzo just back from Sugar Land and takes one well wide for ball 1. Zach had been hitting really well lately, and that's why he was called up. Since June 13th, his last 16 games, .313 with 2 home runs and an .852 OPS. It's his 22nd game with the Astros. First and second, 2 outs and a 1-run game. Backs him off the plate. It's 2-0. Astros getting to the Tampa Bay bullpen tonight for a couple of runs here in the 7th, and 2 runners aboard here with 2 outs. Big swing, no contact, 2-1. Zach this year in his big league time batting .191 with a home run and a couple of RBIs. 21 games. All of his starts this year have been in left field. Base hit to right field. Altuve being waved around. We're going to be tied up at 8. Welcome back, Zach. RBI hit off the bench. It's 8-8.
Big spot for Zach coming back, and he delivers. Fastball away, goes with it, hits it hard. Altuve coming around to score. There's a location. Good swing from Zach. And there you see Parashika waving emphatically to make sure Altuve made that turn and scored. Spada pumped. Astros enjoying that. They have fought back into this game to tie it up.
Just like we thought with Hunter Brown against Drew Rasmussen, 8-8. Hunter, another no decision this year. He's only had 1 decision all season long, and he loves that no decision tonight.
It's affectionately known as spitting the hook.
Now,
how about Isaac Paredes, by the way, hustling himself all the way into third base. 90 feet closer, put a little pressure on the defense.
Yeah, good call. Because Kimbrell throws that sweeper that can sometimes sweep off the plate and make it tough on the catcher.
True.
1-0 on Cam Smith. There it is. Have to go out and get that one. It's 2-0. Three-run 7th for the Astros. We're tied at 8. Go-ahead run at third base. That one's to the backstop, and Paredes has it come back to home plate and can't advance. That one was so wild, it went to the backstop and bounced hard back to the catcher, Fiducia. Going to second, Dezenzo.
That was yanked pretty good. Just a bad hop off the backstop for the Astros. Skipped firmly off the signs behind home plate. Good read by Isak holding his ground.
Now a 3-0 count to Cam Smith. And two are in scoring position. Saw a fastball there for a strike, 3-1.
Get a sneak peek at that fastball and maybe try and get another one here, 3-1, that Cam can get a hold of.
In the air, center field shallow, coming on Mullins, still coming. Who wants it? Mullins makes the call on the catch to end the inning. Astros get 3. They do so with 4 hits and a walk. We're tied at 8 heading to the 8th.
Historic milestone possible.
Back here in downtown Houston on July 4th, and it is a beautiful sunset here over the city. The great city of Houston. Top of the 8th. Astros scoring 3 in the bottom of the 7th to tie it up. Now we are going to get into the leverage portion of these bullpens to try and hold down the opposing offenses. The Astros bringing Brian King into this game with his 2.19 ERA.
King will face the top of the order, Jonathan Aranda, who is singled in 4 at-bats. The other 3 at-bats have been strikeouts, so Aranda has been called out his last 2 times at the plate. Christian Javier, 2 innings of 1-run baseball, allowed a home run to Johnny DeLuca. Gave up a couple of hits and a walk, and Javier struck out 4 in his first relief appearance. Called a ball, challenged by Yainer Diaz, who lost the challenge earlier. This ABS powered by T-Mobile. Yainer's going to get this one right. So Yainer gets the count to 0-2. Javier struck out 4 in his 2 innings of work and now gives way to Brian King. Pitch missing up. Counts 1-2. Zach Dezenzo with a big pinch hit, base hit to right, stays in the game in left field. Missed the top of the zone, 2-2. Hunter Brown for 4 innings, Nate Pearson an inning, Christian Javier 2, and now Brian King on in a tie game in the 8th. Got him. 4th time Aranda has gone down on strikes tonight. King picks up a strikeout to start his outing.
Locked him up. Might have tricked him a little bit, just throwing this one right down the pipe. Got a big swing from Aranda and just cut a little bit late and under it.
Now Junior Caminero 1 for 3 with a walk, the 1 hit being a home run. Takes a pitch up for a ball, 1-0. 11th home run in his last 11 games, driving in 22 runs during that time. Fought this one off, and that's going to be into center field for a base hit. So Caminero with his 2nd hit of the night just kind of got jammed and slung it into center.
What do you say we answer our trivia question powered by Reliant? We asked you who was the Astros winning pitcher in the first ever meeting with Tampa Bay, and it is late Octavio Dotel. OD back on the 6th, 2003. I witnessed it.
Couldn't call the ball. Catcher's challenge.
Another challenge by Yainer. Yainer getting aggressive tonight.
Too aggressive.
Oh.
Pitches the ball. Houston is out of challenges.
Astros now out of challenges in the 8th inning. That one missed by a full inch. It's 1-0 to Cedric Mullins. So you were there for the very first ever Houston versus Tampa Bay baseball game in 03 with the Astros.
Yes.
And then the next year you were there for Houston versus Tampa Bay with the Rays.
Yes.
1-2 the count on Mullins.
Got around, TK.
I hear you. People love you. 1 out, runner on first. Trying to hold up. No swing, and it's 2-2. Mullins a single and a couple of walks tonight. The only time he was retired, he struck out against Hunter Brown in the 4th. That was Hunter's 3rd and final strikeout. All that time in Baltimore, Cedric was usually at the top of the lineup. Had only batted in the 3 spot twice in his career before this year. And tonight is the 8th time he has batted 3rd in the Tampa Bay lineup. That didn't miss by much, and the Astros are out of challenges. It's now 3-2.
Just clipping that outside corner.
Astros have been much more successful as an offense this year in the ABS powered by T-Mobile challenges. They are leading in overturns, leading in percentage of challenges overturned. They haven't been quite as good on the defensive side of things, whether it's the rare pitcher challenging or the catcher challenging. Another 3-2 pitch coming to Mullins. Long hold by Bryant. Got him. King strikes out Cedric Mullins for the 2nd out of the inning. Astros as a team up to 9 strikeouts tonight.
Couple of fastballs have gotten a couple of swings and misses from the 2 left-handers he's faced so far.
Now Ryan Vilade will bat. Vilade chops a foul past the 3rd base coach Brady Williams and foul. $19 hits and 16 runs combined between the 2 teams tonight. There have been runs scored in 9 different half innings. And only 5 zeros put on the board tonight. Astros trying to add to the 0 total right here in the top of the 8th. King ahead of the count 1-2. Vilade has never faced Brian King before. 1 out single by Junior Caminero. And then Mullins struck out. And a 2-2 count here on Vilade. Into center, coming on Trammell, has it lined up, And a shutdown inning here in the top of the 8th. Astros will try to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th in this 8-8 game on the 4th.
Only on Space City Home Network.
Time to reveal the winner of our Chevy Stroh Bowl. We asked you who's going to be the biggest or toughest competition for the Triple Crown for Jordan. And everybody voted not everybody, but 38%, just beating out Junior Caminero. Yandy Diaz in the average. Here's a good look at Yandy. Getting the night off. There's a potential he may sneak in there in a pinch hit opportunity. 38% of you thinking that Yandy Diaz is the toughest competition as far as batting average.
Ground ball on the first pitch of the bottom of the 8th off the bat of Yandy Diaz, and he is retired for the first out. Craig Kimbrell still out there for Tampa Bay. Now, there's a good chance a Cuban native is going to win the batting crown in the American League this year. Yandy from Seguela, La Grande, Cuba, and Jordan from Las Tunas, Cuba.
You know what I like about that is that both of those hitters, they've got all the power, but they do a good job of going the other way. They use the opposite field to rack up those hits and keep that average well above 300. The only 2 hitters in the American League above 300, I think.
That's it?
I think so.
That might be right. I feel like Jordan's done a better job going to left field as the season's gone along.
Yes, I agree.
Including a base hit earlier tonight.
Seeing some tougher pitches. He just never, I mean, these guys never give it bats away, and that's what's truly impressive to me.
Yeah, you're right. Josh Young's third at 297 right now.
That's what it is. Okay.
So, yeah, the only 2. So go Cuba between Yandy and Jordan. 2-1 the count to Taylor Trammell. Taylor singled, scored on Jordan Alvarez's sacrifice fly last inning. He's 1 for 3 as he bats here in this tie game in the bottom of the 8th. Josh Hader warming up in the Astros pen. Big swing, no contact. The count evens at 2 apiece. Taylor got to 2 strikes last time before he hit a pitch off the plate for a broken bat single in the center. Trammell think he got hit?
Yeah, and I think he just asked the home plate umpire if he heard anything, and I think he kind of shook his head like, no, I didn't hear anything. So we're going to play on. There's a fastball yanked up and in and maybe grazed that elbow pad. Tough sell. Nobody's buying.
Full count. And Trammell down on strikes. Kimbrell picks up his first strikeout, second out of the inning. Veteran Craig Kimbrell spent a little time here with the Astros, made his Rays debut on May the 26th. Nick Allen taking a fastball at the top of the zone for a strike. Nick asking if that is the top of the zone for Tosi. It's 0-1. Tampa Bay is team number 11 for Craig Kimbrell in his career. Came in on the bike again today like he normally does. That's popped up. Out of play or playable. It's going to be playable. Ryan Valade makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So Kimbrell with a 1-2-3-8. We head to the 9th. Josh Hader will be on in a tie game.
To 20 years and many more at the ballpark.
Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose. By Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Tie ball game back here at Dyken Park on July 4th. And we go to the top of the ninth. That means we are going to see Josh Hader come in. Not a save opportunity, but an opportunity to keep this game right where it is. Those numbers are wonderful for Josh, who's been aggressive in the zone this season. 21 strikeouts in 13 innings.
First pitch swinging is Victor Mesa Jr. sending one to the edge of the warning track, but playable. Now onto the warning track. Zach DeCenzo puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Get a behind-the-scenes look at the ins and outs of Daikin Park with a ballpark tour. See the stadium like never before. Book your tour today at astros.com/tours.
Now Johnny DeLuca bats. He's had a couple of hits tonight, 2 for 4. Including his 5th home run of the season, which was the 3rd home run by Tampa Bay tonight. One and one to count. Hader getting ahead, 1-2. Josh Hader continues to work ahead of hitters since coming off the IL. He has been outstanding getting into pitchers' counts. This ball lofted to left shallows. DeCenzo on the move. Makes the catch for out number 2. Now a word from Christian Brothers Automotive.
From complex repairs to oil changes, we've got you covered at Christian Brothers Automotive. Great service, great offers, great warranty.
2 outs, base is empty, and Richie Palacios will get an at bat against the lefty. Then Williamson, right hand hitting second baseman, started the game yesterday for Tampa Bay. Palacios playing second base tonight. It's 1-0. Palacios decent numbers against lefties this year, hitting .250. There's a 1-1 count on Richie. Casey Legumina, who the Astros saw in last night's game, is warming up in the bullpen to pitch the bottom half of the ninth. He will have the top of the order due up. Altuve, Alvarez, and Paredes. 1-2 the count on Palacios. A little bit up, 2-2. Just reaching out to stay alive on that 2-2 pitch. Hader, the 5th pitcher of the night for the Astros. But high, 3-2.
Now trying to grab a couple of pitches at the top of the zone, not able to do it. Palacios not chasing either.
A little bit in, ball 4. That'll be a 2-out walk to Palacios, who's on base for the 3rd time. Home run, single, and now a walk. Now Taylor Walls batting right-handed. Walls has been a better left-hand hitter than a right-hand hitter this year, sub 200 against left-hand pitching. First pitch, top of the zone strike, 0-1. Hader ahead, 0-2. Been a lively crowd tonight, 37,457. They have been into it. A little holiday crowd on the 4th of July, Saturday night. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and fouled, and that'll be out of play. Tampa Bay already with 6 stolen bases tonight, their high total of the year. Another 0-2 pitch coming. Runner stays. Swing and a miss. Hader gets the strikeout to end the top of the 9th. Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Isaac Paredes due up against Casey Legumina in the bottom of the 9th.
Meal, Minions and Monsters in theaters now.
Our next telecast is presented by Kaplan Science Relief. Tomorrow's a national game on Peacock. We'll be back on SCHN Monday from D.C. against the Nationals, who have been playing good baseball this year. First of 3 in the nation's capital beginning Monday night.
The pitcher into this game is going to be Casey Legumina. 28 appearances now that he's stepped in there between Seattle and Tampa Bay. He's got a good ERA. 2.28, but he's got tough customers at the top of this lineup for the Astros. Jose with a couple of hits and been on base 3 times already.
Big swing by Jose, trying for another first pitch hit. That's what he had on his triple and his double tonight. But down to the count here, 0-1. Legumina faced Altuve and Yordan Alvarez last night. He got Altuve to bounce back to the mound. And then Yordan would hit the hardest hit baseball of his career against Casey Legumina last night. 1-1 pitch is down for a ball, 2-1. Jose has been on base 3 times, the triple, the double, and a walk with a run scored back in the 7th. Top of the zone strike, 2-2. Well, with a big man residing on deck, the last thing Legumina wants is a walk to start the inning. But he's 3-2 on Altuve. Walked him. Winning run to first base. And the MVP of the American League to this point strides to the plate. Now, message from Buick GMC. It wasn't a hit last night, Blummer. Either was the one on September 6th of 2019. But last night he set a new record for the hardest hit baseball in his career against Casey Legumina.
That's impressive. I'd like to see a better result when you get an exit velocity like that, but it doesn't mean you can't give it another shot right here if you're Yordan.
Yordan facing Legumina last night for the first time in his career. Hit a sinker at over 118 miles an hour. Kyle Snyder going out to have a word with Legumina.
Do you think he reminded him?
Off the plate, 1-0. Hearing our first chance of MVP this season.
About time.
Big rip at the fastball, 1-1. Jordan is must-see TV. And he's got a chance to start the fireworks show tonight.
He's gotten away with a couple of fastballs in the zone. Jordan hits a homer right here. They're going to have no problem taking the roof off this place for the fireworks.
Home run in the first. RBI single in the fifth. Sac fly in the seventh. A 4 RBI night for Jordan Alvarez to this point. Jordan in a game in Kansas City this year hit a 2-run home run and a slam in the first inning for a 6 RBI game. Straightaway center. Did he do it? Did he do it? Yes, he did. Start the fireworks.
He does it every single time. And Jordan, we absolutely trust.
The MVP chant started tonight for the first time, and Jordan delivered a 6 RBI, 2-home run night.
He's incredible.
Must-see TV, keeps delivering, keeps delivering. Named as the all-star starter in the designated hitter position, and he just ends it with his pitch.
He missed the first one. He missed the second one. They challenged him again, and he made him pay. 424 feet to center, and the Astros streak on America's birthday continues.
Nine straight wins on the 4th of July for the Astros. And today, it was Jordan Alvarez's day as he walks it off. His second 2-home run, 6 RBI game of the season. And guess who's standing by with Julia?
Thanks, TK. Wow. Wow, Jordan. I watch you all the time, and I'm still wow. Just take me through that last at-bat. That moment where you're able to win it for the team. Take me through that.
No, estaba completamente relajado, ¿no? Noté que estaban agresivos tirándome recta y dije, ok, entonces yo tengo que ajustarme a ese plan, pues lo ejecuté bien.
I was completely relaxed. I saw that they were very aggressive throwing me strikes, so I said, okay, and I just made the adjustment.
You were so big in this game, but this offense just kept chipping away. Of course, you being a big part of that, but what was it like in this game as you guys fell behind and then worked your way in front for the win?
No, súper importante, ¿no? Esta victoria de hoy porque obviamente ellos empezaron muy agresivos en el juego y gracias a Dios tuvimos la oportunidad de virarlo y creo que tremendo trabajo ahí de la ofensiva de los muchachos, buenos turnos, pudimos virar el juego.
Super important. Good job by the team and the guys to take good at bats. Thank God we were able to do that. It was very important for us. They were very aggressive to start out, so we're glad we were able to do that.
Celebrate, TK.
Why not? I mean, the crowd is just going nuts. They were chanting MVP all night. Blummer, he said it. They were being aggressive, throwing him strikes. You got to respect the fact that Legumina challenged him, but it's not really advised against this guy.
Yeah, he's going to figure it out eventually. He's just too good of a hitter. But I love the fact that he says that he is relaxed in those moments. This guy is built for the moment. We've seen it so many times in big moments, playoffs, World Series, even the regular season, we're counting on him.
Post-game shows next, presented by Whataburger. You won't want to miss this one.